Hey all, Pastor Rick here. Thanks for tuning in for another Blair Road United Methodist Church Thoughtful Thursday moment. So for the most part, I'm a naturally curious person. I want to know the whats and the hows about circumstances, situations, and things. I want to know how things work to their fullest potential, like power tools or computers or music composition software. But I tend to be most interested in the whys, the reasons. Why does a particular object work the way it does? Why am I facing this specific situation? Why am I here? And so on. And the big one I'm most curious about, the one that I want to have a better understanding of, the one I want to figure out and feel like, yeah, I got this, is God. And I think a lot of us have questions about God. Like, well, if God is the creator of everything, then who created God? Or if God is a caring and loving God, then why is there so much suffering in the world? And the questions we have about God are our ways of trying to understand and figure God out. All our questions about God help us answer an overarching question. Who is God? And that's a loaded question, isn't it? I mean, where do we even start answering that question? Because God is beyond our human ability to fully understand. God is bigger and greater than anything we can imagine. And in our quest to answer the question, who is God? I believe we humans would rather tell God who we think God is, rather than allow God to reveal to us who God actually is. And because of this, we have so many different ideas about who God is, what God looks like, how God operates in the world, and when and where and how God shows up. Because we humans tend to have this illusion of control. In other words, we desire to have the plans, answers, and details. And usually we want the plans, answers, and details in advance, so we know what we're getting ourselves into. But when it comes to God, we need to let go of our desire for control. Let go of that illusion of control we think we have, and let God do God's thing. See, God wants to be known. And so God reveals himself to us in countless different ways, beautiful ways, creative ways, frustrating ways, challenging ways, and peaceful ways. And oftentimes the ways God is revealed to us surprises us, even shakes us up, because God tends to do things that turns the table of our thinking, or expands our comfort zones, or challenges our illusion of control. So that's why this Sunday, we'll unpack this really simple question of who is God? We'll look at some stories in the Bible, like a parable from Luke, some thoughts from the book of Hebrews, and some words from Jesus himself that reveal to us who God really is, not who we think God is. And so we hope you'll join us here in person at our 8:45 traditional worship service, or our 11:11 contemporary service, or here online. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you again for another Thoughtful Thursday moment.